So, how can you tell if someone on your team is grieving? My name is Tracy Washington, and I'm a leadership engagement consultant, and I'm also a certified grief recovery specialist. And I help organizations and leaders to be able to help engage their team, specifically right now during this COVID-19 crisis. And one of the things that I'm seeing is people aren't sure what they're feeling. They don't know how to put a word on it. So I thought I'd talk briefly today about behaviors that might indicate that someone is grieving. I believe that we're all experiencing some level of grief. We just don't know how to identify it, and we don't know the word to put to it or how to manage it once we have identified it. So there are a few things that happens when you are grieving. When you start to grieve, you have a lot of emotional energy, and that energy needs to go somewhere. And many times what we call STERBS. STERBS is an acronym for short-term energy releasing behaviors. So for me personally, I start cleaning and moving around, and I'm cleaning things, just incessantly cleaning, because I have this energy and it's like I can't sit still. And that happens when I am going through some level of emotional loss or something that is impacting me. So how can you tell if you yourself are grieving or maybe a team member is grieving? If you're a leader, you want to be mindful of STERBs and what they might look like. So here is a list of STERBs. Eating, emotional eating, that is a sign. It might not be indicative just because someone is eating, that they are grieving, but that is a sign. Sometimes we do emotional eating because we're grieving and we don't know what to do with that. Alcohol, drugs, pornography, TV, watching a lot of TV. Sometimes right now we don't have anything else to do because we are locked indoors. Many of you are still experiencing shelter in laws within your state. Some of you may be going back to work, but just drowning in TV to block out the world, or drowning yourself in movies to not deal with reality. That's a different story. So I'm talking about beyond the shelter in behaviors that we're seeing. Retail therapy, online shopping, just shopping because we don't have anything else to do. This energy is created and we just don't know where the outlet should be. So we get online and we click buy, we're shopping. There's workaholism, working, trying to stay busy so you don't have to feel and experience the emotion that we know is grief. So these are some things to look out for on your the behaviors that you can look out for with your team members, and how that might be impacting their work performance, maybe their productivity, because energy is being created going through this crisis, and it looks different for everybody. As I stated in previous videos, that grief is unique to each individual, and no two people grieve the same. And the 5 stages of grief, which I'll talk about in a later video, is not linear. We don't just go through stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and stage 5. That's not how it is. Grief is not linear. We do experience those phases of grief, but we just don't do it all at the same time. Or some of us may do it at the same time. We just don't do it linear in this progressive thing. That's not how it goes, because we're human and we're unique. So my name is Tracy Washington, and I am a leadership engagement consultant. And if I can help you put an engagement plan together, some training, virtual training for your executive leadership team, your team leaders, or your staff, please reach out to me and let me know of how I can help. Thank you.